Guys, welcome to the channel. It's good to have you guys back here to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. I love you and God bless you. And if you are just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new tutorial. So this is the part 2 of making this gorgeous bag with a bow. So the first part is where I showed you guys how to make the body of the bag. The entire black that you're seeing right here is the first tutorial, and this is the second tutorial on how I elaborate on how to make this gorgeous bow design. So if you've not watched the first part, you will have to watch that one because that will determine that will give you proper understanding on the measurement I'm going to be using for this bow. So I'm going to drop the link in the description box so that you'll be able to watch it and know how to go about this bag, and then you can understand our measurement on this bow. Having said that, please stay tuned to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you learned one or two from the tutorial. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share this channel with your loved ones so that we will grow and we'll learn more things together. So having said that, let's go straight into the tutorial for the day. So guys, welcome to the part 2 of this video, and in the part 2 of this video we'll be making this bow design. We've already made the frame of the bag. We've already made everything on the bag. So if you've not watched how to make this one, it's in the part 1. I'm going to be dropping the link in the description box of this part 2 of this video so that you'll be able to go and watch it and see how to go about this beautiful mini gorgeous bag that is made from a two-phase leather. So having said that, let's go into the making of the bow design. So the first thing you need to put into consideration when you want to make the bow of any bag is the width and the length of the flap. Now the width of this flap is 7 inches. I would be removing half inches on both sides. That is 1 inch, so 6 inches would do. 6 inches. I just want the width of the bow to be around this side. That's 5 inches. I want it to be 5 inches in wide. And since the overall length of the flap is 4 inches, I want it to be around this side, 2 inches. I want it to just be 2 inches, just half of the length of the width of the bow because the flap, because the bow has this extra fringes like this that you need to cut. So the measurement of the bow is going to be 2 inches in wide and 5 inches in length. Now for the material, that is the final measurements of the bow. Now for the material, you're going to be cutting it out at 3 inches in width and 11 inches in length. If you ask me how, I'll explain in a bit. So you need half inches for the overlapping of the bow. You need, since the overall width of the bow, that the finished width of the bow is 5 inches, so you divide that 5 inches into 2. So it's going to be 2.5 inches on both bow. It's going to be 2.5 inches on this bow, 2.5 inches on this bow. So we are going to be measuring our 2.5 inches. The first 2.5 inches. The first one is half inches that we are going to be using to overlay the bow. So let me make my markings. Then you connect the lines. So these are our half inches. While the second one is going to be a 2.5 inches measurement. Make our markings. So this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be, right? This one is going to come this way. This one is going to come this way. Now we measure our first hole. This first hole, the one that's going to be at the back. Now the next one is 2.5 inches. Again, you make your straight line. Now you measure another 2.5 inches again. You make your markings. Then you measure another 2.5 inches again. So what is going to be left on this point is half inches. It's half inches that is left on this point. We have one here. We have half inches here, half inches here, 2.5 inches here, 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches here, 2.5 inches. So this is the middle. Now what you're going to go ahead and do now is to fold in this one to this middle point. You can make a markings of your middle on this back side so that you'll be able to see it clearly. Or you fold it like this. You're just getting the middle sharp. So this is the middle. You fold this one. We are just trying to make it easy to connect so that one will not be bigger than the other. Wow. Now you are going to put this 2.5 inches here. Then you overlay this other 2.5 inches on top of this one. So this is what it will look like. If you open it, this one here, this one on top it. You see the way it looks like? See what it looks like? See what it looks like? Are you seeing what it looks like? So if we put it here, you see what it looks like. Okay, it is our final width is 5 inches. Now the next thing to go ahead and do is to get this curve here. This curve design that you're seeing here. The bow it's not like the one that you squeeze. No, this one is the curve came like this. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is start looking for this curve now. Now what you're going to go ahead and do is from the middle, you measure half inches. From this middle, you measure half inches. like this. Then you measure half inches like this as well. Then you use your ruler to make your slants this way. You make this other slant as well. You make this slant too. Then you make this other slant as well. Now after you make your slant, you can use your free hand to just give it a curve so that it will not come out. It will not come out straight like a square. Instead, it will just give it this curvy feel. Okay, so you're just using your free hand to just give it this curvy feel. Now when you are done, making sure it is well arranged, well aligned, you cut it off. Following the shape of. Making sure it's you hold in the middle so that it will not move around. Then you give it your cut. So when you are done, this is what it should look like. So when you place it, this is what it will look like. You see our bow design. We are done with our bow design. You see the way it came out. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, depending on the measurement of the flap you are working in. So you see our bow design has come to place. So when you open it, this is what it looks like when you open it. Now the next thing we are going to go ahead and do now is to start working on this one. Okay. Now to determine the length of that one is you are going to measure from somewhere like this to this place. So you are going to be cutting out a 5 inches in length and a 4 inches in width. I think 4 inches or 2 inches. So this is our pattern, and I cut it out at 6 inches. The reason why I cut it out at 6 inches is because some pieces are going to be inside here like this. So you need it to be long enough so that when you put the pieces inside and you put it on your bag like this, it will stand. So some pieces are supposed to be inside. Now the next thing we are going to go ahead and do now is to fold it into 2. So the width is the same 3 inches as this one. 4 inches was too much, so I just decided to work with 3 inches. So you are going to fold it into 2 like this, equally. Fold it into 2 equally. Then you measure half inches this way. You measure half inches from one end, then you make a slant. We just want, you see the way it is not straight, it has 2 slants on 2 sides. So when you fold it into 2 and you measure and make a slant like this, you will get that feel. So we'll cut it off. You see our slant has come. Now the next thing that is left is to get this anchor thing. Now what you're going to go ahead and do is to measure 2 inches. 2 inches. Then you make another slant like this. You make a slant. Then you cut it off. So this is what it looks like. Now when you put it inside this one like this, you fold it into 2 like this. This is the one I did before. So you put them inside. They are 2 like this. You see it? Then you put it on your bag. So this is what it will look like. Can you see it? Can you see it? So this is what it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do now is to go and draft out our pattern on our leather. Okay, I'm going to be drafting out on our leather. I'll just be tracing out exactly what I have cut on the leather, then I'll cut it off. So I went ahead and cut it out on the fabric of choice. So when you are folding, you're putting your angles in consideration, of course. You're putting it exactly the way it should be. Now this is the right side. Like this. You know now. So this is what it will look like. So now, this one inside, this one inside, and this one is going to be over it, like this. So now, we are going to be using our glue for this job. So we will be gluing these 2 panels together to make it stay in place. Let's see. So guys, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. And if you're just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to click on the subscribe button and and notification bell so I get notified whenever I post in new tutorials. Because on this channel we have many more amazing tutorials to show you guys. So my thing always come out. And it's too big, safe. I arranged it nicely. You glue this side too. So we just want enough that will go around like this. I need to mark the spots. Where's my pencil? sure you're putting sufficient though. You could sew. If you like it to have stitches, you could sew, but I don't want mine to have any stitch at all. So you take your time so it's not come out. They're delicious. See, that's why sewing is the best. Mine's not know. Let's put it like this. If not so, I sew now. If I don't use and arrange it, I'm arrange. But I just have to just maneuver. That's doing it. Now we need to put our gum here. Hope you can see what I am doing. I'm just trying to take my time. Be careful with the gum. You see it? Okay. Cut off any excesses that is not too bulky. Then you rub your gum. Then you arrange it nicely. Then you overlay it. See it? Close your bag. So everything is done and dusted. See, super good. So that's why you need to be careful while doing it. So this is the final look of the bag. What do you think? It's lovely, right? Yes, I know it's lovely. So that's basically everything about to make the bow of this bag.